Imagine this, you're in the future and super advanced AI robots have become a part of everyday life. You use them for cleaning, driving, and doing everyday mundane tasks. Society as you know it is high class and has almost achieved a near perfect utopia. Until you find out that you're actually in a Terminator sequel and Skynet has decided to end all human life.
I'm the android sent by Cyberlife.
Initially, I wasn't going to make a video on Vivy, but after the finale and seeing that not many people have made videos on it, it was mind-boggling to me how such an amazing standalone series could be overlooked by so many people. Written by Teppei Nagatsuki, the same author who has done a little-known isekai you may or may not have heard of, it's not surprising to see that this show had the potential to become one of the best anime of the spring 2021 season. Judging from its ending, it definitely holds up. So then why was Vivy only the 7th most popular show this season? Pretty simple actually, it was an idol anime. In all seriousness, I can't for the life of me think of a reason why the show was so underwatched in contrast to its quality. Because I can tell you right now, My Hero Academia may be the most popular show, but the first half of Season 5 has been an absolute snooze fest because it's just been a bootleg version of Season 2. Vivy on the other hand has been such an epic, adrenaline-filled rush with many sincere and emotional moments interspliced between its action. The show follows the first ever sentient AI, Diva, a singer whose purpose in life is to make everyone around her happy through her songs. One day, 100 years into the future, an AI uprising occurs where they start to eliminate humans in the most gruesome way possible. A scientist in the future creates a super advanced AI in Matsumoto and sends it into the past in order to hopefully prevent the destruction of humanity. It ends up with Diva, and from then onwards, the two enter into a sort of buddy cop relationship where they must stop certain events from happening in the timeline to prevent a huge calamity. Now with that premise in mind, this show might sound like a grand epic action tale of saving humanity from certain destruction, and you'd be half right. It's basically the anime equivalent of the Hollywood movie I, Robot, but instead of Will Smith saving everyone, you've got a hot robot waifu in Diva who's an absolute queen.
Can a robot write a symphony? Can a robot turn a canvas into a beautiful masterpiece?
Yes, can you?
Now, to get the basics out of the way, Vivy was animated by Studio Wit, the same people behind the underground anime, yes that's right, The Walking Dead, so naturally all the action scenes through its animation contain a level of intensity and gravitas not seen in many shows. While the fight scenes themselves aren't actually very prominent throughout the series, when a fight does happen between two characters, you know it's going to be an absolute banger. Now what makes the series truly shine in my opinion isn't the phenomenal action, the epic adventure, or even the emotionally resonant music, it's the characters, or specifically Vivy herself. While there have been many movies and TV shows about artificial intelligence, they mostly tread the same path, asking the single most important question of our generation. Can you have sex with your own personal AI? If Ryan Gosling is anything to go by, then the answer to your question is yes. Yes you can. The second most popular question being, does artificial intelligence have a soul? It's definitely an interesting question to tackle thematically, though it has been done countless times through stories such as Ghost in the Shell, Blade Runner, and Ex Machina. Vivy, however, asks a completely different question. What does it mean to pour your heart into something? For us humans, that question may be pretty simple to answer as it fundamentally comes down to what you are passionate about. But for Vivy, it's something that constantly resides in the back of her mind. AIs in this world are each programmed to have their own singular purpose. For Vivy, it's to make everyone happy around her through her music, but slowly, as the show progresses onwards, Vivy becomes more and more self-conscious about this question. She looks inwards to herself in hopes to find the answer, but yet can't seem to quite grasp the truth. Appearance-wise, Vivy is perfect in almost every way. She's beautiful, has smooth skin, and flawless hair. But when the show does a close-up shot of her face, you can see the mechanical cogs behind her eyes. You can very clearly tell that she's not human. Eyes are windows to the soul, as they say. So why is it then, at the very end of the show, Vivy is the most human character out of anyone in the cast? It's because the answer to a question she's been looking for doesn't come so simply as a single sentence, but can be found through her personal journey in the series. By being introspective and looking inwards at herself, asking these existential questions, Vivy gains her own agency and drive to think for herself. The struggles and experiences she goes through throughout the series is proof of her own humanity. It doesn't matter that she can't find the answer to her question, when in fact the answer is herself. It's this emotional complexity given to Vivy that elevates the show from becoming a generic save the world story. While others have found the best parts of the show to be its action set pieces, I think the series speaks its loudest during its quietest moments. There aren't many single cour anime that have an original, completed story, so when one does come out like Vivy and delivers on an engaging and emotional level, it's truly a sight to behold. The series can be very dense, and because of this, you can miss out on a lot of subtle nuance in character development if you aren't paying careful attention. The point I'm trying to get is, Vivy Fluorite Eyes song is an underrated gem and you need to watch it if it wasn't already on your list. I mean it. Go watch it. Like, now. This video is a lot more casual than my usual analysis vids, which was surprisingly fun to write actually. I'm thinking of doing more of these short videos in between my analysis so that my upload schedule is more regular, so if you enjoyed this type of video, please do tell me in the comments below. I do read everything and try my best to reply. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.